had a fantastic run with a one-man show called We Don't Do This Enough. He's really great. I'm a big fan of this guy. Please put your hands together for Micah Leslie, everybody. All right. I saw one of those three-legged dogs the other day. Its owner was getting a lot of positive attention. I got a little jealous. So I went out and I got myself a two-legged dog. Showed it to my friends. They said, Micah, that's a swan. That's right. I'm one of those comics. Yeah, just because it doesn't mean anything doesn't mean it doesn't mean anything. I feel powerful on stage. I really do. I think for the rest of this show, it would be useful to have a shared understanding of power. So just really quick, could you stand up for me? Okay, you can sit down. That was power. Yeah, hard to see what the big fuss is about. I don't have that much power outside of my race, gender, and let's face it, height. Imagine if I had, I don't know, a badge. But I'd like to exercise my power and kind of create an audience, because right now it kind of feels like we're a crowd. I'd love to be an audience. So I'm going to ask you to do something. I'm going to ask you to make eye contact with one other person in the crowd. So just pair up, make eye contact, and then don't break it until I say so, please. And if you don't have anyone to make eye contact with, find someone. But what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to repeat after me. While making eye contact, I want you to say, do you think you're better than me? Then I want you to say, kinda. All right, stop talking. You're done talking. It's my turn. Thank you so much. How about one for the fellas? How about a joke for the fellas? Fellas, if you're going to talk about the size of your penis, ballpark it. Don't use real numbers. Because if you use exact numbers, I don't think, nice. I think, I can't use any of your rulers. I'm going to have to draw my graphs freehand. Okay. That's a fun one. That one's for the fellas. One for the ladies. Yeah, let's have a joke for the ladies. Ladies, lock in. He's never going to change. Thank you. That's one for the ladies. Different crowds, got to talk to them differently. A little bit of context. I think context is important, and I think my act needs context. The context I'd like to provide is that I don't know. I don't know. More specifically, I don't know. I don't know what's going on out there. I barely know what's going on up here. I don't know, and I don't know what I don't know. Important additional context. I think I know. I do. Big chunks of my day, I'm like, I got it. And I act as such. But I don't know. Later in this act, you'll hear it, and you'll be like, that guy sounds like he knows. I don't. My problem is I forget that I don't know. And memory's important. Because here's the thing. I'm not really after your attention. I have it. It's nice. But I've also never competed for your attention with the entirety of human knowledge. But, I think I'm crushing it. But I'm not actually after your attention. What I'm after is your memory. It's more valuable. Right? And if you don't believe me, if you have a problem with your attention, they give you Adderall. If you have a problem with your memory, they put you in a home until you die. So please remember some of the things I have to say from us. If you remember nothing else, may you remember this. There are things in life that happen to you, and there are things in life that are done to you. Very different. Things that happen to you, that's chaos. That's random. COVID happened to us. A lot of people say, oh, that was done to us. No, that was chaos. It happened to you. I will say, I kind of get the anti-vaxxers. I do. I have sympathy for the anti-vaxxers because I think it's brave. I think it's brave to create an entire political identity so that no one finds out you're scared of needles. Like, hey man, your secret's safe with me. That's spooky. I love when they're like, the government overstepped, making us get that vaccine. It's like, brother, they used to send people to Vietnam. The government asked you kind of nicely to get a shot. You know, get away from your podcast. I'd say most of history happens to you. It does. This Trump term feels like it's being done to us a little bit, right? I call it the titty twister presidency. I didn't know that was possible for an entire administration to feel like that. And it works because, you know, half the country like has a hard on, but not me. Not me. I almost didn't make it here tonight because my gas pedal and my brake pedal have been fighting. They have. They have very different agendas. If it's up to my gas pedal, we just go, baby. Hey, there's a turn coming up. Not my problem. The gas pedal is forceful. The brake pedal doesn't even want to be in a car. The brake pedal wants to be home. And I get that too. Sometimes they both try to exert their will at the same time, and it just sounds like screaming. Thank you, that's a joke about politics. I am a political comedian, for better or for worse, and I apologize for that, but here we are. I Googled what percentage of America is white nationalists the other day. I figured it would be good to know. And one of the top results was an academic article that said understanding white nationalism in American politics. And I thought that'd be great. I would love to understand the role of white nationalism in American politics. And so I clicked on it, but it was behind a paywall. So I thought, forget it. And I did. I did forget it. It's about 8% was the best number I could see. It's pretty spooky. 8%-ish of this country thinks America should just be white. And I think that's cute. That's cute. I think we should treat these people the way we treat young boys who say they're going to play in the NBA when they grow up. It's like, okay, you can daydream about that, but I would encourage a backup plan. Because that would take a lot of work. And frankly, a lot of black people would have to die for your dream to come true. And I don't think that's what you actually want. It's Crayola thinking. That's what I call it. It's Crayola crayon thinking. It's drawing your dream house with a big old crayon in your hand. And you go, I'm going to have a water slide that goes from my bed into the pool. Grow up. We live on a sphere, and it's getting shoulder to shoulder. Ask a brown person a question. Fucking A. Christian nationalists, the same thing. These people want a world that just thinks like them. They want a Christian state. A Christian state? Do you know who killed Jesus? The state! And they didn't do it because he loved Rome too much. All right, I'm gonna end with this. I admitted, and I admit, I don't know. I have a theory. I think a big problem in America today is that we're not telling each other this. We're not telling the same stories as each other, right? We've lost the American metaphor, and we've had some in the past that have served us really well. You know, Abraham Lincoln, a house divided upon itself cannot stand. Beautiful. A little obvious. Cut a house in half and it falls over. Thanks, Abe. In the 80s, Reagan trotted out, we're a shining city on a hill. Pretty good. Stole it from Jesus, but also kind of, I like that was the 80s because it just reeks of cocaine. Right? It's sort of like grandiose and narcissistic. It's like, we're going to be the best. Very American. It's great. I have a pitch. I think I have a pitch for the American metaphor that would help us right now. You see, I played basketball growing up, and I wasn't good. I was what's called a bench warmer, which is a mean name. Because it means that your function for the team is your ass. Keeping the chair warm for the guys who matter, right? And so I would only get to play if we were up by like 30, right? When the lead was so insurmountable that nothing I could do could fuck it up. And you know what they call it when the lead is so big that you put the bench warmers in? They call it garbage time. Another mean name. What time is it? Trash? Leslie, get in there. I think it's garbage time in America. The winners are the winners. The lead is big, and frankly, I'm wearing the winning team's jersey. And I'm in the game, and I'm supposed to protect the lead? Because I gotta tell you, I have a lot more in common with the other bench players I'm sharing the court with than those motherfuckers with the warm butts. I'm Michael Leslie. Woo!